Though I was originally supposed to get it to you yesterday, but I accidentally got sidetracked and gave you the Meg 2 review instead. I'm gonna try and fix this for y'all. So prepare yourselves as I review a film Sir Anthony Hopkins did before he was Hannibal Lecter, and that would be Magic. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1978 psychological horror drama Magic, released by 20th Century Fox and directed by Sir Richard Attenborough. That's right, you heard me correctly. Based on a screenplay by William Goldman, who wrote the novel upon which it was based. The film stars Sir Anthony Hopkins along with Ann-Margret, Burgess Meredith, and Ed Lauter, and David Ogden Stiers. It features a score composed by Jerry Goldsmith, who that same year would return to do the music for another Fox film, which of course was Damien Omen 2. Now then, I will say this film did get some pretty good response and what have you. So apparently it didn't really do that bad. So let's get into the story. After Charles Corky Withers fails in his first attempt at professional magic, his mentor Merlin says that he needs to have a better gimmick. A year later, he comes back as a combination magician and ventriloquist with a foul-mouthed dummy named Fats, becoming a huge success. Corky's powerful agent, Ben Green, is on the verge of signing him for his own television show. But Corky bails out for the Catskills, where he grew up. His talent agent thinks that Corky is afraid of success. In truth, however, Corky does not want to take the TV network's required medical examination because the doctors might find out that he suffers from severe mental issues, and that even off stage he cannot control Fats, a manifestation of Corky's ID. In the Catskills, Corky reunites with his high school crush, Peggy Ann Snow, who is stuck in a passionless marriage with Duke, Corky's friend from high school. A magic trick with a deck of cards charms Peggy into thinking they are soulmates, leading to them having sex. This sparks the jealousy not only of Duke but also Fats. In the midst of an argument between Corky and Fats, Green arrives unexpectedly and confronts Corky, discovering the truth about Corky's state of mind. Well, he pleads that nothing is wrong with him and that he is just rehearsing. So Green puts him to the test, saying, "Make Fats shut up for 5 minutes." So Corky puts aside Fats, but is unable to last 5 minutes without delivering a rapid stream of speech through Fats. Green demands that Corky get help and leaves to make some calls to the doctors, but Fats convinces Corky to kill him. So Corky chases after Green in the woods and bludgeons him with Fat's hard wooden head, and then attempts to drag the body into a lake. However, a still living Green silently lunges at him, causing Corky to drown him. The next morning, Fats becomes even more possessive and jealous when Corky says that he plans to elope with Peggy and leave the dummy behind. Duke returns from his trip earlier than expected, suspecting his wife has cheated on him. He wants to have a talk with Corky by the lake. Rather than confront him, Duke awkwardly confides to Corky that he loves Peggy and is worried about losing her. Duke suddenly spots Green's body on the edge of the lake. Duke, believing Green could still be alive, sends Corky to get help. Curious, he decides to search Corky's cabin, where he discovers Green's identity just before Fats stabs him tonight with a knife with help from Corky. Now, I'll go to the ending now, so for realsies. If you seen this movie, continue on, but I'm giving you 5 seconds to stop this video. You know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below as I'm counting out. So continue if you've seen this. Okay, you've been warned. An increasingly deranged Corky manages to pull himself together and persuade Peggy to run away with him, but she insists on waiting to tell Duke face to face. She thinks everything is fine until Fats comes alive and reveals that Corky's card trick is only a ruse he uses to seduce women and that Peggy is only the latest of his conquest. Repulsed, she rejects Corky and locks herself in her bedroom. Fats says that from this point on, he will make the decisions in Corky's life, immediately asserting this new authority by ordering Corky to kill Peggy. Corky, turning on the charm and using Fat's voice, apologizes to Peggy through her locked door and leaves her a wooden heart that he carved. A short while later, Corky returns with a blood-stained knife, and Fat seems pleased until it is revealed that the blood on the knife is Corky's, who has fatally stabbed himself so that he will not kill anyone else. As a result, Fats also feels faint. They wonder which one of them will die first. Moments later, Peggy returns to the cabin, happily calling out that she has changed her mind and has decided to run away with Corky after all. And as she speaks, she playfully changes her voice to impersonate Fats and tosses the wooden heart upward. End of story. So, what did I think of Magic? Well, though I've only seen the film twice, I will say I do like this film. It is very, very good and what have you. I feel like it's kind of underrated though, but however, it did fine and what have you. Anyway, when it was released, it made 23 million. Of course, through other not just that, but by video rentals. Now, because Disney, via 20th Century, never owned complete rights to the film, other companies, especially Embassy and currently MGM, have been able to release home video versions of this film under different licenses. However, legal complications kept the film from being formally reissued on video cassette and DVD in the last decade, due in part to Embassy Pictures' corporate holdings being split among different entities. Recently, the rights were acquired by the American Movie Classics division of AMC Film Holdings, and the TV rights are handled by, well, for syndication by Trifecta Entertainment Media under Paramount Television Studios. An unedited version is available on DVD and Blu-ray of this. Now, for its reviews, Gene Siskel explained that when in his review, which he gave it a big, complete 4 stars. The film scared me because I admired Hopkins' performance as much as any in this year, and because it would have been so easy for a film such as this to fail. And ranked at number 9 on his list of 10 best films in 1978. Now, his partner Roger Ebert admired Hopkins and Meredith's performances, as well as Ann Burroughs' direction, but expressed disappointment at the final act, saying, "I don't think the screenplay does justice to the talent of the people who get into the picture." The New York Times wrote that the film is neither eerie or effective. It is, however, very heavy of hand, and praised Hopkins' performance, but criticized the screenplay for spending too much time on irrelevant details, including flashbacks and jumps forward that neither inform nor amuse, but simply look trendy in the dated fashion of that word. Variety wrote the dilemma of the film is that the results never live up to the standards established in the film's opening half hour through flashbacks and claustrophobic editing by John Booth. The relationship between Hopkins and his eerily realistic dummy Fats is well documented. It's well documented. Excuse me again. So is the introduction of Burgess Meredith, well cast as a Swifty Lazar type of super agent. It's the stereotyped plying and conclusion that robs the film of its initial special quality. The Washington Post had in it a review with the thrills of a conventional horror story have been blown up so pretentiously that they're no more scary than balloon monsters. However, the Science Fiction, Horror, and Fantasy Film Review 1990 write-up of the film remarks that Hopkins appears stiff in the lead role, but praised the supporting cast. Ann-Margret invests her role with a considerable sparkle. Particularly good is the great and underrated Burgess Meredith, whose sharp and alert Hollywood agent is a real plum of a performance. And Jerry Goldsmith also adds a very nervy, carnivalesque score. The film currently sits at 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. Anyway, but I agree, either way, the story's fine and what have you. But Jerry Goldsmith does an exceptionally good job with his scores. You can't go wrong with that composer now, even though he's been dead for years. And Sir Richard Attenborough's direction of this was absolutely good as well. And I appreciate that. Now, for our cast performances, we have Anthony Hopkins as Corky and the voice of Fats. I must say, long before he played Hannibal Lecter in The Silence of the Lambs, I gotta say, this is a very good performance he gives. Ann-Margret plays Peggy Ann Snow, and I will say she's amazing as well. Burgess Meredith, who the following year would be back as Mickey in Rocky 2, plays Bing Green. He's pretty good. Ed Lauter played Duke. He was good too. And there's some others. David Ogden Stiers plays the character of Todson. And there's lots of and there's a host of others and what have you. Oh yeah, Jerry Hauser, who would go on to play Wally in the the spin-offs and some of the reunions of the Brady Bunch, played the taxi driver in one scene. So anyway, I think Magic is pretty good. It's an underrated film, but I would recommend you give it a try. Now you can find the full movie available to stream on Tubi, but if you want to find it on physical media, well, I'd wish you the best of luck, because I don't know how much it would be for an actual copy, to be honest. Well, no, can't find no info. Oh well. But anyway, I think I would recommend Magic if you maybe give it a one-time watch. See if you like it and what have you. I mean, if you're into stuff like Psycho, maybe, then you might like this. I kind of think this is like Psycho meets the Goosebumps story, Night of the Living Dead, because I know Goosebumps didn't exist yet. Or maybe it's the other way around. Oh well. But anyway, Magic, it's a pretty good film. Check it out. What did you think of Magic? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a re-review of Captain Marvel for the premiere of the Marvels, which is about to come to theaters. Actually, it already has because it's got Thursday night screenings. So, if I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, check out some of these other horror flicks that came directly from Fox. In the upper left hand corner is my review of a film that I actually, maybe not two films from Fox. Well, you can check out this one. Of course, it's a film I was just talking about, Damien Omen 2, which was released the same year. Now, this may not have been from Fox, but I will go ahead and give it to you anyway. It's a re-review of John Carpenter's classic Halloween, also released in 1978. Or if you would like something else with Sir Anthony Hopkins, see my review of The Silence of the Lambs in the bottom left-hand corner, and the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.